Now, now we are going to study teaching and learning online lesson reproduction in lower and higher animals. In this lesson, our today's topic human reproduction. During this human reproduction, before this human reproduction, last time we have already studied reproduction in lower plants. Today we are going to study human reproduction. So generally, in human, sexual reproduction takes place. Reproduction means the new individuals are produced by parents by formation of gametes and fusion of gametes. That process is called as reproduction. In case of human, sexual reproduction takes place. Generally, in human, sexes are separate, that is the male reproductive system and female reproductive system. In this male reproductive system, our point of view, that is the male reproductive system, but before male reproductive system, during human reproduction, some events will occur. So the first event, that is the gametogenesis. Gametogenesis means formation of gamete, that is a male gamete as well as female gamete. That process is gametogenesis. Second one, fertilization. After gametes formation, the union of haploid male gamete and the union of haploid female gamete, then diploid zygote formation will occur. So that is concerned here the fertilization process. After fertilization, embryological processes start. Some sequential processes start up to the birth. That is concerned here the process of embryology. After this embryology, then nourishes that baby. That process are concerned here the lactation or milk production. And after lactation, the last event, that is hormonal coordination. And that hormonal coordination is balances to the that sex glands as well as our body. That type of event are concerned here the human reproduction. Today is our topic, that is the male reproductive system. The male reproductive system consists of external genital organ, internal genital organ and accessory sex gland. So this external genital organ, so that is concerned here the male reproductive system. In this male reproductive system, so here the structure consists of external genital organ, internal genital organ and accessory sex gland. So firstly we have studied that is the external genital organ. That external genital organs, that is the penis and scrotum, that parts are concerned here external genital organ. Internal genital organ is consist of testis. Inside the scrotal sac, testis is present, right and left. Single, that is the testis. A pair of testis is present. Testis is the male reproductive organ. After this testis, then here the red testis is present. After this red testis, then various ductules of vas differentia is present. After this vas differentia, then epididymis is present. Epididymis is present both sides. Vas differentia is present both sides. Means pair of vas differentia, pair of epididymis is present. After epididymis, then a vas deferens is also a paired vas deferens is present. It runs upward, backward and downward. Vas deferens is open into seminal vesicle. Seminal vesicle is open into common ejaculatory duct. Here ejaculatory duct is present inside this, and then this ejaculatory duct is open into urethra. where the prostate gland is also present, and this urethra is always runs through the penis. So that is concerned here. This is the duct system or internal genital organ. Accessory sex gland is also present here. The accessory sex gland, one that is the bulbourethral, another one that is the prostate gland, another one that is the seminal vesicle. So one by one, each and every part we have studied. So the first one, that is the external genital organ. So this external genital organ, that is a pair, generally scrotum. First part, that is the scrotum. This scrotum, that is the skin or bag or pouch-like structure. This inside this scrotum, testis is present, and this scrotum is again divided into two septum. One that is the right, another that is the left. And this right and left septum is divided, means a pair of testes is present there. This scrotal sac is supported by a special type of tissue. That tissue is called as gubernaculum tissue. This is a scrotal sac, and this inside the scrotal sac the testis is present, and this scrotal sac supported by special type of tissue, that is the gubernaculum and spermatic cord. The main function of this scrotal sac, it is a thermoregulator in its function, means 3 to 4 degrees centigrade temperature less as compared to body temperature. So with the help of it plays important role for activate and nourishment the sperm. So that is concerned here, it acts as thermoregulator. Then another external genital organ, that is the penis. And this penis is divided into two parts, where penis is attached below the pubic symphysis part, and that is called as root. Another one, that is the body, and body consists of 3 erectile tissues of the penis. So outer covering paired erectile tissue is called as corpora cavernosa, and inner, where a urethra is present, that region is called as single corpora spongiosum. This corpora cavernosa, various blood sinusoids are present, and that blood sinusoids are filled when the time of this copulation, this penis is hard and erect, when this blood sinusoids is filled with blood. So that is concerned here, the corpora cavernosa, and another one, that is the corpora spongiosum. This corpora spongiosum, toward the pre-end, it becomes enlarged, and double fold skin structure is called as prepuce, and that part is called as glans penis. This glans penis is highly erectile and sensitive part of penis. So that is concerned here, penis. Through this penis, urethra is passes. So it's also the main function of this penis also. At the time of copulation, it discharges semen. At the time of urination, it discharges urine through the urethra. So that is concerned here, the penis, and that part is called as external genital organs. Then next part, that is the internal genital organ. So in this external genital organ, we have already studied, this is a scrotum. So this is a scrotum, and inside the scrotum, testis is present. So this internal genital organ, number 1, that is the testis. So this testis is paired. This testis is present toward the right side as well as left side. Then this testis is somewhat oval in its structure, and the length of this testis, that is a 4.5 centimeter in its length, 3 centimeter in its width, and 2.5 centimeter in its thickness. This testis is also connected with the help of scrotal sac, with the help of that spermatic cord as well as operculum type of tissue. And this testis is somewhat pinkish in color. And the main function of testis, that is the production of sperm as well as testosterone hormone is produced. Testosterone plays important role to develop secondary sexual character of male as well as production of sperm. That is the main function of testis. The next one, the next part is seen in this longitudinal section of testis. So in this, suppose here, this is the part of testis. Each and every testis, that testis is detailed studied at the time of histology. Three coating is occurred, one that is the tunica vaginalis, albuzenia, vasculosa. Inside this, many seminiferous tubules are present. These seminiferous tubules are open into rete testis, and rete testis open into vas efferents, and vas efferents open into epididymis. That part are present in that system also. This is the longitudinal section of testis. So this is concerned here the seminiferous tubule, and this seminiferous tubule plays important role, that is the production of sperm. The sperm is passes toward the rete testis, and this rete testis is open into a ductules of vas efferentia. This vas efferentia is also present both sides, right as well as left side, and this vas efferentia is open into epididymis. The length of epididymis is 6 meters in its length. It consists of 3 parts: anterior part, middle part, and distal part. Anterior part is called as head of epididymis, middle part is called as body of epididymis, and tail of epididymis, and last part is called as tail. Then, so the head part is called as caput epididymis, middle part is called as carpus epididymis, and tail part is called as caput epididymis, caudal epididymis. Number 1, head part is called as caput epididymis, middle corpus, and tail is called as caudal epididymis. So head receives the sperm, middle store and nourishes the sperm, and from that tail it passes toward the vas deferens. It passes toward the vas deferens. It passes toward the vas deferens.
ते तर लावलंय ना.
पहिली फिगर घेणार
हे आलंय ते.
So the main function of epididymis, it receives the sperm, head receives the sperm, body nourishes, and tail, the sperm passes toward the vas deferens. This vas deferens is always runs from upward, then backward, then downward. And this vas deferens, the sperm is carries and passes toward the seminal vesicle, where it nourishes the sperm, and from that seminal vesicle and vas deferens is commonly open into this ejaculatory duct, and this ejaculatory duct is 2 cm in its length, and it ejaculates the sperm toward the urethra, and this urethra is again divided into different parts. Where the prostate gland is present, that urethra is called as prostatic urethra. Where the urethra is present, that part is called as membranous urethra. And where glans penis is present, that part is called as penile urethra. One, that is the penile urethra, another one, that is the membranous urethra, and third one, that is the prostatic urethra. Prostatic urethra, that part is called as membranous, and that part is called as penile urethra. In this way, through this urethra, It is a common urinogenital duct. It is a part of excretory system as well as reproductive system. It discharges semen at the time of copulation. It discharges urine at the time of urination. This is the function of urethra. And so in this way, that is concerned here internal genital organs. Next part, that is the accessory, that is the seminal vesicle, that is the accessory sex gland. Second one, that is the prostate gland, and third one, that is the bulbourethral or Cowper's gland. So the first one, that is the seminal vesicle. This seminal vesicle is whitish or cream colored gland. They are present on posterior side of urinary bladder. The main function, it nourishes the sperm. Sperm is entered in this seminal vesicle and it discharges seminal fluid. In this seminal fluid, it consists of fructose, prostaglandins and fibrinogen. Fructose nourishes activation, motivation of the sperm. Prostaglandin plays important role for the process of fertilization, and fibrinogen coagulate the semen after the process of semen formation or discharge of semen. Means fibrinogen coagulates the semen, fructose nourishes the sperm, maturation, activation of the sperm, and prostaglandin help the process of fertilization. So that is concerned here the seminal vesicles. Second one, that is the prostate gland. This prostate gland is single. It is present at the base of urinary bladder. It discharges 30% of the alkaline fluid. That fluid is called as prostatic fluid, and that prostatic fluid neutralizes the acidity of urine and vagina of female. So that is concerned here the prostate gland. Then bulbourethral gland. This bulbourethral gland is called as Cowper's gland. They are also paired, and these glands secrete mucus, and this mucus discharges in urethra, and at the time of copulation it lubricates the passage of female reproductive tract and nourishes the sperm. So in this way, that is concerned here seminal vesicle, bulbourethral and prostate gland. In this way, that system are concerned here the male reproductive system.